It's not the things inside my head that keep me going. Don't need someone to throw me money, they should show it. Keep chasing shadows, they're always haunting me. But I believe in something bigger, bigger.
Alright fam, we're gonna go to the gym. I'm doing a little bit of chest today, so let's go. Okay, come. Alright fam, we just got to the gym. I'm about to take my pre-workout. Today I'm gonna be having a half a scoop of aggression by MVP. So this is the new tubs. The old one looks like this. And it's just a really good all-rounder, I reckon. You don't get crashes, like it even says no crash on there. And it's just a really good pre-workout in terms of like the flavor, the energy, and the pump. Like I said, they've rebranded the whole labeling of it. All right guys, so we're gonna start the workout off with a cable movement. So from here, all you wanna do is take a big step forward, have your feet side by side, and then you're gonna lean forward into the movement to generate a nice deep stretch through your pecs. From here, as you drive the weight forward, you're actually gonna lean backwards with the movement and pull the hands together. So as we get the stretch through the pecs, we drive the hands forwards, twisting the palms upwards towards the roof. Now, this is not an incline press, we're actually pulling through the bottom part of the pec. So we're not pulling up here, that's just gonna recruit too much anterior deltoid. So from here, what you wanna do is actually pull through the bottom part of your pecs, lean forward, get the stretch, lean backwards as you contract. So you're levering into the movement. So you guys probably would have remembered, but I actually learned this from Nath back in the day. It's a great movement. Like I said, it's something that you can do if you don't have a training partner, just to force as much blood in there. But this is the ABW twist on it. So from here, after you've done say 10, 15 reps like that, you want to take a big step forward and then just superset that with some cable presses, but pushing through the incline part of your chest, so the top half, and then just get real fucking aggressive with it, you know what I mean? I just fucking, get that burn going. Fucking nearly passed out. All right, this is my third set now. I'm gonna put it up a little bit, 15 kilos each side. So I went 10, 12, 15. I suggest that if this is the very first time that you're gonna try this movement, to just keep it real light, even 5 to 7 kilos, and just try and focus on feeling the contraction through your chest. Now, because this is obviously the very first movement of the workout, you're gonna feel the contractions a lot more as opposed to if you were to do this at the end of your workout. So cable movements at the end of the workout are looked at a totally different manner if you do it at the start, because you're just not gonna get that contractibility that you would if you start with the cable movement, yeah? Because if you're doing your presses, obviously that's gonna just deplete the muscle of all the glycogen. So I'm trying not to be too explosive and just lever through my hips like this, yeah? As you can see, I'm really trying to actually lever through the shoulder joint and squeeze the chest, not just driving my hips forward and using momentum. There we go, now we're working. Now we're cooking with gas, baby. Alright, now chest presses, yeah? Here we go. I want to come forward a little bit more for this part. Think about punching from your shoulders up to your eye level. Oh, fuck. Oh. Holy shit, that is proper burn. All right, lads, so now we're gonna do a normal cable fly. So we're starting at about head height, and we're gonna be leaning forward, going a little bit heavier than what we just did. Probably go 20 kilos each side. So I did 3 sets like that, levering through the bottom part of the chest. Now I'm gonna do 3 to 4 sets, just like regular styles. Oh, yeah. Alright, so a couple of technique cues that I teach my clients when you're doing this movement is to lean all the way forward, because if the height of the cable is up high, when you draw your arms back, that cable is going to naturally want to pull your hands over the top like that, yeah? You don't want to be rotating back. Now in saying that, the position of my chest is very important. You need to be leaning forward and putting all your weight on your front foot, because if you're too upright and you're trying to stay neutral, what's going to happen is as you draw the weight back, again, it's going to want to pull your hands over the top. So watch this, all right? If my arms are opened up and I lean forward now, I'm not actually changing the rotation of my arms, but as you can see, it automatically starts to be in line with the shoulder joint. So when I open up, that weight's getting drawn through my pecs and into my shoulder joint, and then I can contract and hold at the front. So try not to stay too upright. You're not sitting in a pec deck machine. You gotta counteract the weight from pulling you backwards, and then you can go heavier and like really just dive into it. Also, don't just do this. Lock your arms out straight and compress the chest. All right, watch, I'll show you again. So leaning forward, elbows are getting drawn upwards, hands pointing down towards the bottom of the pecs. Now speed it up a bit as you start to fatigue. Oh. All right, so that's pretty heavy, 20 kilos. Now we drop it down and we go 15 before the form police come out and they start going, woo, woo. So now I can stay a little bit more upright because it's not going to pull me backwards. So now you're probably going to ask me, well, Eddie, is it better to just go lighter and contract through the chest without using as much momentum, or do you go heavier? Well, the answer is you got to do both. Start with the heavy weight, leaning forward, then drop it down and go a little bit lighter and do a drop set. So you're getting the best of both worlds. All right, so now let's not get it misunderstood that your chest is going to grow just from doing cables. You still need to do some sort of a press. So after that cable movement, I'm going to superset that with some chest presses, but obviously going a lot lighter than what I normally would. We still need to push a heavy weight through the muscle. Heavier weights build bigger muscles. Ja Rule, I wanna, yeah. So because I've pre-exhausted the muscle with the cable fly, that's going to allow me to go a little bit lighter. All right, so for the very last set, I've decided I'm going to do just one set straight down, so staying in the middle of the cables. Now, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, you're going to realize what I'm saying is there's no one exercise that's going to build your chest more than the other. The best chests in the world come from using a combination of all different movements between a variation of dumbbells, barbells, and cable movements, a different variation between using heavy weights and lighter weights, drop sets, and supersets. If you do all of those across the board, your chest is going to look nice and full. If you just do one style because you like barbells better than dumbbells or vice versa, your chest is going to look a particular way because that's how you're going to create shape from that movement. So my advice is to do everything. Not necessarily all in one workout, but over time. Periodize your program accordingly. And then one more set of presses. All right, so that's the first part of the workout, the majority of it done. So as you can see, I'm getting a pretty full chest just from all the reps and the different weights. It wouldn't be this full if I didn't do those heavy presses. So the only part that I'm looking at that hasn't filled out now, obviously, is the upper chest. So I'm gonna do an incline Smith machine press. Because we've done a lot of dumbbell and cable stuff already, we've pretty much exhausted the stabilizer muscles. Your subscapularis and your rotator cuff muscles are already cooked now. So using a Smith machine is gonna be really beneficial because you can just focus on pressing. You don't have to worry about stabilizing. And obviously I'm not gonna do a barbell, especially last, without a spotter. That'd just be stupid. All right, so final movement of the workout is a Smith machine incline press. Now, I like doing this on the Smith, not only because you don't have to stabilize the movement, but because if you hold it just that little bit closer than what you normally would if you were doing a barbell press, it allows you to get that extra contraction at the top because your hands are coming closer together. So it's similar to like when you're using dumbbells, how you can bring your hands together in the middle. When your hand's fixated on a barbell, obviously if you just go out to the side, that only gets so much contraction. Now obviously that's really good because it hits this part of the chest when you're getting nice and deep, but this late in the workout, I like to do like maybe 2 sets wider, 2 sets closer. So I'm just gonna show you guys the closer one. Now when I say closer, I'm literally just putting my hands here. Yeah, the normal grip would probably be about there. Slide up in there. Alright guys, so the final exercise that I'm doing for this chest workout is a dumbbell pullover. Now don't be misconceived that this exercise is only for doing back. Obviously you can target your lats if you want to do this exercise for back, but you can also alter it in if you want to hit it, the chest. And it's probably the only exercise that really hits the middle part of your chest, filling in this inside corner, because all your pressing movements, even your flies, they don't really hit that inside corner on the inside of the collarbone here. So by doing this movement, the slightly bent elbows, and you pull up, and then as you pull the weight over your head, you straighten your elbows out, you're gonna contract your chest. If you wanna do it for back, you gotta keep your elbows bent as you pull over, so you're levering through the shoulder joint and the lats. So watch the technique carefully before all you YouTube fanatics and form police get on your high horse and start saying that fucking chest and back. Watch the elbow positioning as I pull the weight up over my head. It's probably my favorite exercise, but I just hate doing it. It's not a comfortable movement. So I like to do this exercise off the side of the bench rather than lying directly this way, because it allows me to drop my hips down underneath the bench as I stretch. And then as I pull up, you'll notice that my hips rise up, because now I'm contracting the muscle from both ends, the shoulders and the bottom of the sternum. So in all movements that we do, we try to contract the movement from both joints and attachment sites, and then we stretch it by lengthening those two joints apart. Same with like doing a one-arm dumbbell row, the leverage technique that we did at the start of the movement. Everything that we do, we try and get maximum stretch and maximum contraction. Maximus! Watch how I squeeze my pecs at the top. Ready? Straighten the arms out. Compress the chest. If you guys look up Kai Green dumbbell pullovers for chest, he explains this exercise really well. Now, I'm gonna just go up to there and then straight back down. Oh, it's a lot harder not coming all the way up because there's no resting. Oh. Oh. Fuck me. All right. I just put some chicken in the air fryer and all I can smell is chicken now. It smells like those roast chickens that you get from Coles, or like a charcoal chicken. Oh, I can't wait, bro. And then I'm gonna go in the infrared sauna after this and just sweat it out for half an hour. I've already got it on. It's cooking up right now. I'll show you guys the sauna that I bought. I think it's turned itself off. Oh my God, it is steaming in here, fam. Yeah, sick, huh? Yeah. Alright, so it was a little bit of a last minute decision to even come to the gym today, so I don't have any veggies, but I've got the chicken and the rice, which is better than going out and eating junk food after this. Oh no, I've put way too much water in there. Sloppy. Looks like mush. Maybe I'll just flick it back on for a bit. Oh no, it didn't finish cooking. What are we, short-circuited here? Yeah, short-circuited. Alright, that's not done, so we'll leave that on for another 10 minutes or so. Chicken's good. So just if you're wondering, I don't weigh any of my food, yeah? I just know that like half a packet of chicken is enough for me to get my protein in per meal. Don't know how many grams it is, I just know that that's enough to fill me up. Comes with years and years of practice. If you're new, you're gonna wanna put it in MyFitnessPal, weigh it out, do all that. I did that for many years. Now it's just a matter of maintaining a nice, clean eating diet. Very good.